If you are an aspiring medical student, or you are an early career academician, or you are from a low or middle income country, I've got amazing news for you. And it is about a fully funded scholarship that is ready to help you accelerate your potential, to get them actualized, and to also connect you to the world, to the bigger picture, so that you can be part of the new generation talent that the world is going to be pleased to welcome. So stay with me on this channel because I'll be introducing to you later the necessary links and also the eligibility and the necessary requirements that you need to put together to be part of this amazing, wonderful initiative by the four best, I call them four best, by the four best top countries in the world. So stay with me and I'll be back shortly. Hello, everyone. My name is Nicholas Alako. If you just see my face for the very first time, and for my current subscribers, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, sharing, and also engaging the post and also sharing. That's why I do what I do, so that you can share it to people that need it, and it can also go far and wide because there are so many opportunities out there. Only if you have the necessary information. So today I'll be doing something really amazing. I'll be taking you through the MSIF McDonald Fellowship for 2026. It's a fully funded 2 year international fellowship that could take your research journey to the next level. Okay. So, whether you're pursuing a master's or a PhD, or let's say you're pursuing an MD, right? This research interest is for you and it has multiple phases. All right. So, this opportunity is just built for you. So, stay with me and I'll walk you through all those things, like I said earlier. Now, let us start by talking about what the MSIF McDonald Scholarship is, right? Just to give you a quick background. So, this fellowship is offered by Multiple Sclerosis and is an international fellowship, meaning that it's always looking, scouting for international talent, right? So, the MSIF come together every year, four countries coming together every year to support early career researchers who want to contribute to advancing our understanding of multiple sclerosis. So it funds a 2 year research program at any top university, at any top institutions in the world. What that means is that if you can get into a university to study any of these courses within what they have, they're going to be the one to sponsor you all through your studies. It's a fully funded program. And I'll still go into the benefit. You'll see that the benefit is enormous. All right. That means that you can go to the UK, you can go to the USA, you can go to Canada, Australia, or even Europe to go study. It's not that they are giving you where to go study. You are choosing where to go study, and they will come into the picture and then sponsor you wherever your proposed host supervisor is based. Okay, so the aim of this program is simple: is to help you build expertise and also participate in global research and build a strong international network. You see, building a strong research acumen and also building and establishing international network, then bring that knowledge back to your home country or your region. So the idea is is to kind of train you outside so I can use those things for your own people in your own community. Now let's talk about who is eligible for this program. So this fellowship is for students and professional from low and middle income countries. Okay, I know for sure that the third world country, as they call our countries, would definitely be part of this program. But we shall find out. Let's go deep into this. And as defined by the World Bank. So if your country is among the low or middle income country, you are first of all automatically qualified to be part of this program. And then again, you must be studying or working in your home country currently. You must be working or studying in your home country currently. And you must be at least at your master's level, meaning that you must have had your bachelor's. So there's no bachelor's in this, it's just master's and PhD. So you must have at least your bachelor's to be able to enter through the master's level. Preferably, you must enroll into PhD or masters of doctorate. Let's say, for example, an MD, right? So you must have a research interest. Okay, you must be really, really interested in research. So if you are big on research, getting to acquire new knowledge and now to your reservoir. So this is what you want to look at, okay? And apparently the interest is going to be in multiple sclerosis, multiple sclerosis. So it's basically a science oriented program. Okay, so multiple sclerosis is a pathological, let's say, hardened research interest that is basically in the science classes. Okay, so if you're into all this medical stuff, this is where you want to look at because it's going to be fully funded, and you don't want to you don't have to pay a dime to study and to get yourself inclined to all those things. So I think this is an amazing opportunity for you if this is something you really want to do. Okay, also ready, be ready to collaborate with the host institution. Be ready to collaborate with the host institution outside your country. So apparently you would be invited by countries outside of your home country, and you should be open to collaboration to meeting new people and to also be part of this program. Now, we've talked about all this. I think it's important for us to also look at the actual citizens that could or can apply to this program. All right. So this program is primarily open to people from Africa, of course, people from Africa, South Asia, Latin America, Southeast Asia as well, and other regions the World Bank classify as low or middle income countries. That's by the way. Let's go into the financial benefits, what you can gain for being part of this program. So this is a truly, fully funded opportunity, and each person that is accepted into this program received 55,000 euro per year. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of investment. 55,000 euro per year is what you get for being enrolled or being admitted into this program. And this is going to cover for your research because you have tons of research to do, right? So it's going to cover for your research costs, your airfare for your round trip, your going and coming, and also your visa fees and processing. If you have any local transportation to make around the city or the state where you're staying at, this one's going to cover for that. And then you have accommodation, you have your meals, and you have your bills and stuff like that. So generally, the whole idea is that you come into the program and you get admitted, you come into the program, they are going to sponsor everything that you'll be doing in the program. So you wouldn't have any financial burden that will deter you, affect your your concentration in school. Okay. So you're not just going to be surviving, you'll be supported to thrive all through this new research environment. And the funding is guaranteed for 2 full years. So the funding is for 2 years, meaning you'll be having an other than 10,000 euro for 2 years of your program. Now let's look at the countries that you can go because, like I said earlier, there are 4 to 5 countries coming together to do this. I mean, 4 countries and then one continent. 4 countries and one continent. And the continent of Europe is also coming together. And we know that in Europe there are so many other universities and countries that you can explore, right? So this is the thing. You are free to choose any world-class institution with expertise in MS related research. This includes the University of Oxford, or the Cambridge in the UK, the John Hopkins, Stanford, Harvard in the US, or the or the University of Toronto in Canada. Or you can also go to top universities in Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, or even Netherlands. Okay. So the key for you here is to be able to identify a lab or research group that will be working with you during this journey and also for you to express your interest. Now, it is important to know all those things, but what is most important is that we look into the application guide, step by step application guide. Mind you, I'll be dropping the links in my description box. Please go there, click the link, and you follow everything. The portal is very friendly. You don't have you don't need a technician to navigate through the portal. Okay. The first step is that you have to identify your research interests. That's the first thing you need to do. So you think of the research question that you care about in the sciences. Okay. Number two is that you find a host institution and supervisor. So you must find someone that is ready to supervise you while you go through this. Number three is that you reach out to them by email, self, share your CV, and also ask them if they are willing to support your MSIF application. The third step is that you have to visit the official MSIF Fellowship page. I will drop the link in my description box. Please go there to check it. The fourth step is that you must complete an online application form. You complete an online application form, and again, you upload your documents. So the first document that you have to upload is your research plan, or what I usually call your proposal, right? You have to know what really you care about in the science world as of today, right? The second one is your CV, the CV. So by the time you get a host country, a host university, you have a supervisor, please make sure your CV fits the country. Let's say, for example, you get to university in Brazil. I know it's not part of it. I'm just giving an example, right? I know Brazil is not part of it. I'm just giving an example, right? Let's say, for example, you get a university in Brazil, you get a host in Brazil. What you want to do is to go and format your CV to the latte format. That is the Brazilian format of CV. Let's say, for example, you get a school in Europe. You want to do an Europa CV. If it's in Canada, you go and look for those things and then make sure your CV fits what they're looking for. Right? That's by the way. If you have done that, then you go into the proof of academic background. At this point, you should be done with your bachelor's, right? Then you want to see that. How can you show that your certificate from your undergrad should suffice? Your diploma, whatever it is that you have, should suffice. Or your prior certification should come out here. That's where you need them most. And then you must have a letter of reference, meaning that people have to recommend you for this program. Get two people or three people to recommend you and write amazing stuff about you that to show your readiness and the acumen that you already possess to bring to the program. Okay, and then you have to prove your nationality because they want to make sure that you actually need this opportunity. All right, and then you need a medical certificate. They want to be sure that, of course, you are medically sound. That is, if required. If the board is asking you to submit that, then you can submit it. Don't just go ahead and put anything there if they're not asking you. All right. So submit all these things before the 1st of December. The 1st of December is the day that this application is coming to an end. So let me give you a few tips. Just a tiny few tips for you to stand out in this application process, right? Try to tailor your research plan to a specific or relevant Masters in Sciences or MS topic. There are so many topics that the world is trying to address right now. Try to tailor your plan towards relevant questions, relevant issues in the world of sciences today. Number two, get commitment from your host supervisor before applying. Make sure you reach out to the school and your supervisor before applying so I don't waste your time. Once you have a supervisor, a potential supervisor, then you are on the right track to go. The third tip I want to give you, free tip here, is that make sure your reference letter are personal and specific. Those recommending you make sure that the right personal encounters with you and they are specific on your abilities. The fourth clue I want to give you is that try to highlight how this fellowship will impact your home country after your return. No brainer. The fifth one is that mention how you will contribute to the local MS awareness, the policies, or things that you care about in the future. So you must be able to tell them what you bring in and how this program will impact you and also by extension impact your country, right? So you want to take care of all those things. Now, personally, I think why this fellowship matters is because it joins a global community of MS researchers, and again, it helps you learn a cutting edge lab technique and also data analysis. And of course, most majorly for me is cultural competency, meaning that it helps you collaborate across cultures. All right. So, what are you waiting for? If you're a young researcher and you really want to dive into this part of life, this is your moment. Don't wait until the deadline. Start preparing today. Reach out to the labs and write your CV, polish your CV, write that research plan. So if you are a young researcher, this is your moment. Do not wait until the deadline. Start preparing today. Reach out to the labs, polish your CV, write that research plan. So if you found this video helpful, please like the video. So again, the MSIF McDonald Scholarship is out. Thanks for staying with me to this end, and I tell you for a fact that you have nothing to lose. Shalom.